Like I said, 140 is stacked, and there's a bunch of fights that could be made. Obviously there's a fight going on at 140 next weekend. So you got Haney versus Prograis. Early thoughts on that fight, early prediction on that fight. How do you think it's going to play out?
I like Regis. I've been knowing him a little longer, but I do know Haney as well. I think that if Regis can get inside, get close to him, a bit of punch him, that Regis will be able to, put the power on him and maybe slow him down and get some things done. But if he can't cut off the ring, and we know it's hard to cut off the ring with the, if Lomachenko has some problems like trying to get close. I thought he did get a little close, but if you got problems getting close, then it's gonna be really hard for Regis too, because Regis is not that type of fighter where he's trying to chase you down. He's trying to get that good shot in, a good knockout shot in. So, and it's kind of like a Tank. I think he's kind of like Tank as well. I think that'll actually be a good fight, Regis and Tank.
Yeah. I think Regis has underrated defense. He definitely he can hold his own. He's got a shot, that left that he likes to throw, right?
Yeah.
But if he can, like you said, if he can get to Haney, then I think it could be interesting. But if Devin can keep him on the outside and do what Devin does great, then
there's gonna be some problems.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of ways that fight can go. If it ends in Devin's favor, you think decision?
Yes, I think if it ends in Devin's favor, it's definitely a decision. If it ends in Reed's favor, maybe he does a late stoppage. If he can get close to him and pound the body, get close, pound the body a little bit, and up top. But it's an interesting fight. I'm scared to go either which way. Like I said, I know both guys. I just don't know. I just don't know if he's going to be able to trap Devin Haney in a corner somewhere.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I agree. Yeah, so I think there's more fights going on the internet right now than there is in the ring. But we have, not to take away from 2023. A lot of great fights happened this year, more than I can remember over the last decade. But there's a lot of happenings, especially around that 135 and 140 pound divisions, and one of them is obviously Shakur. He just had his showing a couple weeks back, and unfortunately, from the fans' perspective, I don't know that. Maybe not the hardcore, but some of the casuals were left a little disappointed or wanting more. What do you think about that fight, and what do you think about the potential for Shakur going forward against? He said he'd take on Ryan and he would stand in front of him. So, what are your thoughts on all that stuff?
You only can go by what he does. You can't go by what he's saying. So I don't know if he's going to stay right in front of Ryan, because that's not even his type of style with any fighter that he's fought. I don't think to stay right in front of the person. So I think that it will be an interesting fight. It could be a really good fight. I don't know who has the advantage of that, because Shakur, he moves around really, really good, and it's very, very hard to hit him. And I think that Ryan could get kind of, I would say bored, but kind of like, he'll get kind of like nonchalant, like not knowing what to do, like just staying right there because
fall into his pace
because he's just moving around and doing different angles and stuff, and he can't really hit him. So it could be another boring fight, and that's the type of fights that he do. But it's good because he's a wizard. He's really good at what he does. If he learns how to sit down on the shots a little more, he could be very, very dangerous. If he learns how to sit down and how to say fight close, and I think that's that's the second half of what he needs to learn, so he can be a more exciting fighter. But he's a great fighter. He's not just a good fighter; he's a great fighter. It's just hard to hear. It's kind of like Pernell Whitaker. But I think Pernell, it's no different because Pernell would sit down with you.
Yeah, he would. He put the leather on you.
He gonna try to put some leather on you. You know what I'm saying? But he would. He loved the box.
Yep.
But he put the leather on you. So I think that's where he has to adapt. Is that type of mentality like Pernell had, where you box him and you get your points off, but there's a couple of times in different parts of the fight and rounds that you're gonna sit there and you're gonna put some leather on them. You're gonna let them know, no, I sit here and fight you and I whoop you this way, but I choose to fight this way because this is where I fight. This is the best way I fight. So I don't know. It is what it is. But I think it could be an interesting fight if he stays and fight a little bit. But if he doesn't,
Yeah, I mean, you know, his few fights before this fight that he just had, he took it to the guys like Jamel and Oscar, and you know, I don't know if because you know that was at a lower weight. I don't know if the weight or if he truly there was some rumors or whispers that he might have been injured, but you know.
And that's a lot of time fights are injured. I mean, I've been injured so many times in different fights. I mean, my Achilles pop, pull growing. I mean, all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, there's a lot of injuries. Sometimes it happens, and you know he wanted to make sure he got past his fight. The guy who was fighting was a very tough fighter.
Yep.
And you know he wanted to be cautious and make sure that he didn't get hit with that super or anything, and then he won the fight.
Yeah.
Which is cool. That's what you're supposed to do. Because now he must show the next fight that my hand was hurt. This was happening, and probably needs to get a stoppage or a knockout or something.